Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about fall lip colors, my personal favorites, and I have a plethora here. I have 5 different color categories. I'm going from the nudes, a little bit slightly darker nudes, to dark browns, reds, oranges, the raspberry shades, like pretty much a little bit of everything is in here. And from each of these 5 categories, I am going to lip swatch a couple of them, and then I'm going to swatch all of them and name them in a picture as well, because I want you guys to have different options. There's different brands in here, there's different finishes, everything. One of my favorite things to do is to do a simple eye look like this. I have one shade all over the lid, into the crease, underneath the lower lash line, mascara, and that is it. And then I like to pair usually either a darker nude or a really just darker color in general, whether it be a red or a dark raspberry or even a brown. So I'm going to show you guys some of my favorites. So without further ado, let's go ahead and I'm going to start off with the nudes. First off, we have a new formula from Bobbi Brown. This is the Luxe Liquid Lip High Shine in the shade Barely Nude 2. This is a liquid lip, but one that does not dry down. It stays shiny. And don't worry, I'm swatching on top of my tattoos, but I'm also going to have them on bare skin in little clips after each one of these. So this one is Barely Nude 2 from Bobbi Brown. And again, this one is a long wearing lip color, but it does not dry down and it's not transfer proof. Next, we have Hudson from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the True Liquid Lipstick formula. This color is so pretty to me, and as you can see, it's just a little bit darker than the Bobbi Brown one. I absolutely love this color, but I don't wear liquid lipsticks a lot, but if you're somebody who does like liquid lipsticks, this is a great darker nude option for you. Next up is a matte lipstick formula from MAC Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Persistence. I absolutely adore the shade. It's pretty dark on me. On a darker skin tone, this is going to be one of the most perfect nudes for you. Oh my gosh, you have got to try it. So MAC Persistence. And then this is the first one that I tried on. I think this is one of the most unique colors. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the shade Starfish. And this is a liquid lipstick, dries down to a full matte. And I absolutely love this color. It's like a cool tone to it that I just think is so pretty. Cool neutral tone. Next up, one of my favorite liquid lipsticks of all time because it does not dry all the way down. So if you want longevity, you don't want it to be shiny, but you also don't want it to be completely matte. This is the Dior matte lipstick, and this is the shade Jungle. Like, I'm almost out of this. I'm going to have to buy a new one. I love this one. And I'm running out of room as well. But again, I'll have swatches. And then lastly, for the nudes, this is what I have on my lips right now, so you'll also be seeing me applying it. And this is from Pat McGrath. This is Lust Angeles, one of my favorite shades in general, any time of the year, and one of my absolute favorite formulas as well. The Luxe Trance lipsticks, I prefer over the matte. Like, they're both great, but the Luxe Trance though, they are absolute perfection, and they won't dry out your lips. They give you just a little bit of shine, not too much, and a whole lot of pigmentation. So here are the swatches for you guys with them side by side, and that is it for the nude category. Now I'm going to go in with my favorite shades in the orangey, brownish, reddish. Does that make any sense at all? Hopefully when you guys see the swatches, it will. The first shade you will see me applying, and this is Max So Shod. This is a matte formula, and it's basically an orange, but it's a deeper orange, a more wearable orange. It's a little bit more orange than Lady Danger, which I was going to put in this, but I put Flame in here instead, so you'll see that one. But this is So Shod, and I love this color. And as I was just speaking of, Tom Ford's matte lipstick in Flame. This is just a little bit deeper than So Shod, but one that is very similar. If you didn't want to spend the money on the Tom Ford lipstick, you could definitely go in with Lady Danger from MAC. It is a matte formula as well. I just have a soft spot for Flame, and I want to show you guys different options. So this one is Flame. Next up is one from Buxom. This is again one of those liquid lipsticks that do not dry down. And this is the Vava Plump in Lights Down. Like, I love this formula so much, but if you do not like that menthol kind of plumping sensation, I don't feel like it actually plumps your lips, but it does have that minty kind of feel. You're not going to like it. But this is like the color of fall leaves, and I just think it is absolutely stunning. And again, one of my favorite formulas. I have this in so many different ones. Like, it was between Los Angeles and this one today, but I decided because of the cool tone in my eyes that we had to go with Los Angeles on the lips. But you have got to check out this color. And we have one from Fenty Beauty, and this is in the shade Freckle Fiesta. This is the color of basically like bricks, a slightly more orange brick, and it's a matte formula. Beautiful. And then we have MAC Chili, which is just a little bit darker than Freckle Fiesta and more of that brick shade, and it is a matte formula. And lastly, this is one that you're going to see me applying right now. This one leans more on the reddish side, and this is Anastasia Beverly Hills matte formula in the shade Rosewood, and I just think it looks stunning. So like, if you don't want to wear an orange, you don't want to wear a red, you want to wear something kind of in between, this is a great option. Now we're moving on to the reds, and I'm starting off with a liquid lipstick from NARS Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Don't Stop. This is a very inky type of liquid lipstick. I love it. It dries down completely matte, but it doesn't look thick or cakey. You know, like sometimes they just look thick on your lips. I think this is absolutely stunning. Then I have another one from Tom Ford. I'm telling you guys, I love the Tom Ford matte formula, and this is Ruby Rush. This is just like the perfect red for just about anybody. I would consider this one to be a classic from MAC. I have a whole lot of MAC mattes in here because they just have so many great colors. But this is Russian Red, so a little bit darker than Tom Ford's Ruby Rush. The next one you're going to see me apply, and this one is Guinevere from Pat McGrath Cosmetics, and this is in the Matte Trance formula. This is just a deeper, beautiful fall red. This just screams just vampiness to me, and it's in my special packaging. That's because I just got this one with the holiday release. And then lastly for the reds, if you want to go even darker, I have MAC's Studded Kiss, so even more vampy than what Guinevere is. Going straight into the browns, you're going to see me applying NARS Deborah. This is the Audacious formula, so if you want a whole lot of pigmentation, very comfortable wear, does not dry out your lips, and is not a matte formula, but also not something super shiny either. This is such a great option for you. Another liquid lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the shade Mode. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And then I knew I had to include this one. This is a new one from Fenty Beauty. This is a really great formula of liquid lipstick, one that I would definitely recommend if you'd like liquid lipsticks. And this is the shade Unveil. It is a beautiful, kind of cool toned brown. Let me see. You can definitely see how much cooler it is up against Mode. It's just so pretty though. And another liquid lipstick, again from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the shade Malt. I love this color. This one is just not as cool as Unveil from Fenty is. The Lip Tensity formula from MAC is one of my absolute ride or die favorite formulas of all time, and this is in the shade Double Fudge. You can see this on my lips is so dark and just like, oh, it just looks fudgy. It does. It looks like the fudge topping you would put on top of like a sundae or something. And it is so comfortable to wear. It's a gel type of formula. And oh my gosh, it is so flippin' beautiful. And it's very dark. So you've got to be comfortable wearing a dark shade to go on with this one. And then the last one, Antique Velvet from MAC. This is a matte shade, and it's even darker than what the last one we did, what Double Fudge. But like if you put these two together, oh, I think it's stunning. Like if you put antique velvet on first and then double fudge just on top, almost it looks like you put a gloss on top of it, but without it being like slippering around, like slippering, without it slipping around on your lips. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. It's a beautiful combination. And that is it for all of the brown tones. Now I only have 3 in the raspberry berry type of category, or like purplish, but I didn't want to just put stuff in here just to put stuff in here. So I only grabbed 3 because these are the 3 that I think are the prettiest. And the first one is another lip tensity formula from MAC Cosmetics. And you'll see again, this looks so beautiful on the lips. It is one of my favorites in this type of shade. Like if I was going to think off the top of my head, if you ask me for a raspberry berry tone for the fall or anything, this is going to be the first one that I would think of. And I absolutely love it. It's so pigmented and it looks beautiful on all skin tones. I'm telling you, it is absolutely stunning. Next up is Hell's Bells from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Matte Revolution formula. If you don't like a thick or drier type of matte, you will like this one. This one feels almost kind of waxy, but the pigmentation is there. And this one definitely has a little bit more of that purple tone to it. And then lastly, I'm not putting this one on, but this is from Stila. This is a liquid lipstick in the shade Chianti. I always say it wrong, and you guys correct me, and then I forget how I was supposed to say it anyway, but liquid lipstick, and this one is very dark. Oh, it's so beautiful. A very purple toned look. So there you can see very different. All 3 of them are different, but those were my 3 favorite from my collection. I didn't want to add in anything that you couldn't get right now, like Fashion Revival from MAC. I loved that one. There's a few other ones that were just limited edition. I'm not sure if Unveil from Fenty is limited, but if it is, it's still out right now, so I went ahead with that. But everything else, I wanted to make sure you could get your hands on right now. If by some chance I did mess that up and you can't get something, I'm sorry, I tried. That is it, you guys. I wanted to give you guys a plethora of options, not just like my 5 favorites, because I wanted you guys to have options as far as like matte or shiny or slightly darker or slightly lighter, maybe a little bit more of one tone versus the other. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, let me know by giving a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.